and welcome. If you are interested in saving money, being more intentional as a consumer, and looking to get some thrifting motivation or wardrobe inspiration, then that is some of the things we will be discussing in today's video as we go through some wardrobe items that I've thrifted for my 2-year-old son, 9-month-old daughter, myself, and my husband as well. If you are new here, my name is Kelsey Ann, and I put together mostly motherhood and homemaking videos, and as we are about to jump into today, wardrobe as well. We're first going to be looking at some of the wardrobe pieces I've thrifted for my daughter. This is not all one thrift haul. I didn't do this all in one same shopping trip. When you thrift a lot, something that you learn is it's kind of like shopping at garage sales where you really have to go multiple times to find what you need. That's one of the inconveniences of thrifting, but I think the pros far outweigh the cons when it comes to using thrift stores to primarily curate your wardrobe. I'm hoping that looking through these items will give you some idea of the wide variety of clothes that you can find at a thrift store. Just because they're used does not mean they're outdated. If you live in a good area, the store's in a good area, most likely the clothes there are going to be in good shape. And you just have to do a little bit of digging to find the stuff that you really like. So we found this for my daughter. It's a set that we found. It's a little sweatshirt and pants, which I think is really cute. I don't even put both on her as a set all the time. I split it up sometimes. That was really a cute find that I was happy with. Something really great about kids' clothes at a thrift store. I think I'm even more passionate about finding kids' clothing at a thrift store because kids go through clothes so quickly. Not only do they wear through clothes quickly, but they grow out of stuff really fast, right? So I found this onesie for my daughter and thought it was really cute. She is going to fit into this for a little while, not long, but it's something that I probably will save for future kids. Especially with babies, is they wear things for a little while, but usually it doesn't get worn that often before they're growing out of it. So it's pretty easy to find some good quality, barely used stuff in the children's section. I stumbled across this recently, which is actually a swimsuit. It's got the long sleeves to prevent sunburn. A swimsuit like this could actually cost a lot of money new, but obviously it wasn't worn very much, and so I was very happy to stumble across this. I found this little dress here. The company is called Tahari Baby. I was really happy with it because the quality is so good. It's a very thick dress. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the fabric is really thick. It hangs very well, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing her in this as it gets cooler. Every time I go to the thrift store to shop, I'm always trying to look ahead, especially with kids, trying to think of what are they going to need in the next season. That's tough sometimes because they grow out of things so fast. It's really hard to know what size they're going to be in. Sizes vary depending on clothing brands as well, just like with adult clothes. So I really try and scoop things up when I can, but I can't do it too far in advance, or there's a chance that something isn't going to fit them. So I really have to like an item to get it ahead of time, but especially for the upcoming season, I usually can have a pretty good idea of what they're going to fit into. The last one I have for my daughter's wardrobe, here I'll just take it off the hanger, is this little sweater, which I was very happy to stumble across because it's very thick. It's gonna work really well as a jacket, and with babies, you can't bundle them up too much when they're in car seats and such. This was a good fabric to where it's not super thick. It's gonna cause issues for them to be in a car seat, but I can always use it as a jacket or something a little bit heavier if that's needed. And I thought it was adorable. Now we're gonna be jumping into my son's wardrobe. He's 2 years old, and something that I am always looking for him are shoes, because shoes are one of those items that kids grow out of so fast, and I really want him to have good quality shoes. I've purchased some from Walmart before, but I haven't been happy with the quality. They just don't last that long, especially the Velcro. So I don't like spending money on something new for him when he's either going to wear through it or grow out of it really fast. So shoes are something that I would highly encourage you, if nothing else, to look for your children at a thrift store. I found this pair of shoes from Malachi, originally from Nordstrom's rack, and they were 25 bucks new, and we got them for $7. Like, if you look at the soles, they look like they were worn a few times, but they are in very good shape, and they were in a perfect size for him. It's really helpful to have shoes that I haven't paid a ton of money for, that are only going to last me a couple months. What's really important for me to find at the thrift store for him are pants. Several times I've found this style at the thrift store, which is Cat and Jack. That's a brand from Target. And the reason that I really love these, the elastic at the bottom of the pants, so they won't, you can purchase them a little bit larger and it's not going to catch on their shoe or anything. It's going to stay up. We've got a tie in the waist and it's a real tie, so you can pull it as tight as needed, adjust it as they grow into it, and their legs will grow into it. He probably won't fit in these next year. I'm hoping he does, but I highly doubt it because they fit him pretty well this year. I only paid a few dollars for this pair of pants, and so I was very happy to find these. They were in great shape. I also found these, which are a little bit large for him. I love the color. I think they're very handsome on a little guy, and they really, you can dress them up or down. They're in awesome condition. They don't even look like they were worn, honestly. These are from Carter's. Just finding these brands that are pretty trusted brands, pretty good brands. If I were to purchase them new, they would have cost me twice as much, if not triple the price that I paid for them at least. And so I end up saving a lot of money, and these are clothes that are very obviously hardly worn. Lastly, for my son's wardrobe, we have this shirt, which is also a Cat and Jack. Really like this one. I think it's really cute. Just a nice staple for the winter. We bought it for him and it was a little bit big last year, and he will be wearing it again as it gets cooler this year. I did a video basically going over my 2-year-old's entire wardrobe, but shortly after filming that, he grew out of almost everything that I featured. He has a few pieces still that he's wearing now, but he had a major growth spurt and he grew out of a ton of those clothes. But this is a shirt that you may recognize from that video. So go check that out. I'll have it linked in the description below. Lastly, for Malachi, we have this button-up. I really like this because it is a button-up, so it's a little fancier. It's got this cute little picture of a bike. It says Newport Cycle Shop on the back, and it's easy to dress this up or down. Sometimes I'll wear it during the day. Sometimes he will wear it for church. It just depends. Very versatile, in great shape, and very cute. Something else that you'll notice with thrifting too, because there is such a wide variety of options and styles, you will start to gravitate towards the different styles that you really like. So when you step into a specific store, you go to the mall in a specific shop, you won't necessarily find something that you love right off the bat, and it's going to be harder to decide what you like because you're kind of looking within the lens of that store and that particular brand. But when you're at the thrift store, it's kind of like a treasure hunt. You're kind of looking through the racks of clothes and your eye is going to catch on something you really like because there's such a wide variety. It's going to help you fine-tune what you really like to wear and what you really like your kids in, and it's going to help you kind of curate that wardrobe to make it more specific to you and your family. I realize that I have been able to very quickly, especially the longer that I've been thrifting, very quickly my eye will just land on the item that I really like, and sometimes at the thrift store you'll go to the rack, you pull it out and you're like, oh no, that is totally different than what I thought it was. But in most cases you'll gravitate towards what you like, pull it out, and find stuff pretty easily. It's just something that takes some time, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So I'm going to run through a couple pieces that I have gotten for my husband from the thrift store, and here we've got a couple basic shirts, nothing super fancy about them, but they're good quality, again in great condition. Did not pay that much for them. This one's Gap, this one's from Arizona Jeans Co. Very happy with these. We also found him this polo, which is another basic. Yes, I do love getting basics. It really makes getting wardrobe pieces easier, and especially with my kids getting dressed, the more basic their clothes are, the easier it is for them to get dressed in the morning. And for my husband and I, we really like to have basics, and then it's very easy to just throw something on without having to worry too much about if everything goes together. This is from Old Navy Active. And then lastly, for my husband's wardrobe, we found this shirt, which is from Tom's Wear. Must be a British company because of this little tag here. It was a unique piece that we were really happy with. It was in very good shape. It looked hardly worn. People buy clothes all the time that they don't wear. Or if they do wear them, they wear them for a very short time and then they decide they don't like it anymore. And this is another reason that thrifting is really going to benefit you, because you can often get stuff. I find stuff with tags all the time at the thrift store. So you can even get things new there. I mean, I wouldn't go there expecting to find a bunch of stuff new, but you most definitely can find stuff that is completely new with tags and obviously just a fraction of the price you would have paid had you found it in a normal store. I've got just a few more pieces to look at. These are from my wardrobe. I've got this shirt that I found. It's an Eddie Bauer. It's a very basic t-shirt and I wear with all kinds of things. I wear it all the time. It's really not that hard to dress up or down as I need to. Okay, and I've got this dress that I found at the thrift store. I really have a lot of fun dressing this up or down. I'm not familiar with this brand, but it was in very good shape. It was very good quality, and I was very happy to stumble across that. Something else that really helps when you are thrifting is to be familiar with those better name brands so that you can kind of weed through the stuff that's going to be of less quality. It doesn't mean you don't grab something that you really like if it's in a brand that maybe isn't a high quality brand, but you can really cater your search to those brands and scoop up the ones that you know are high quality. Often the clothes are going to last a lot longer, they're going to drape better, and you don't have to worry about spending so much more for that higher brand. And that's the nice thing when you're with the thrift stores, is they don't usually tailor their prices to the specific brand. So you're able to go in looking for a specific brand, or just have in the back of your mind the brands that you really like and that you already know are tried and true. You can go in there, get what you need, and know that it is going to last you a long time and be good quality. Last piece that I have to show you is this shirt. Again, yes, purple is one of my favorite colors. I was super happy to find this because I have about, I want to say 3 long sleeve shirts total, now counting this one, for the winter. And you know, it's not cool yet, but we've got that coming up pretty soon. And so I'm just trying to think ahead and start getting myself some pieces that I know I'm going to need. And again, what I was saying about your eye gravitating towards what you like, this caught my eye right away when I found it. It's going to be a nice staple to add to my fall and winter wardrobe. So hopefully just going through these pieces will just give you an idea of the variety that you can find. And I'm just talking wardrobe here. I could get into all kinds of items that you can find at the thrift store. If you enjoy listening to stuff about wardrobe and talking about like curating your wardrobe into minimalism and living with less, living more simply, including your wardrobe and just having less pieces and just really loving the pieces that you own, I've done several videos about that. One that walks through a list of how to go through your wardrobe and decide what to keep and what to get rid of, your wardrobe in general, and how to find pieces that you really love. If you enjoy all that, I'm going to link those videos down below so you can go check them out. Our culture is very consumer minded, and this is something that I have tried to veer away from as I've gotten older, and just noticing that consumer mentality that is just so prevalent nowadays. People just don't even think twice about buying something. And we end up with so much stuff in our homes, just so much that bogs us down, and it makes stuff like an idol in our homes. We just have so much that we don't use, so many items that don't even get utilized. I think this is a really bad mindset to have, and it's a really bad way to live. I really love the idea of a thrift store because people are donating their used items, things that they no longer need, and you in turn are buying those for a fraction of the price that would normally be purchased, and it's just reusing those clothes, and I think that's a really good thing. It really helps you just shape your mindset as far as a consumer yourself, in recognizing what do you really need and what is truly important. And it also kind of keeps in your mind that idea of just reusing and giving back to others. It helps me get rid of things sometimes too, because you think, well, there's probably someone out there who would use it and love it way more than I do. So that also kind of gets you in the mindset of getting rid of things, and just helps you let go of items that maybe were hard to hold on to. Alright, well, I think that wraps up everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. I love thrifting so much. If you are a thrifter yourself, let me know in the comments, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye.